Hi friends! Today I'm going to be playing a new little game that I'm sort of excited about called TBR Roulette. Basically, my issue is that I have had a Goodreads account for almost 10 years and I'm a bit of a hoarder. So basically, I'm constantly dumping books onto my Goodreads TBR, but I'm not going through them very quickly at all a lot of the time. I'm sort of a mood reader. I have a hard time just sitting down and being like, I'm gonna read this thing. That being said, I would like to read some of the books on my TBR and also clear it out at the same time of some of the older stale titles. Currently on my TBR, I have 2,614 books on it. I calculated that, and if I read 50 books for the rest of my life every year, I would finish that TBR when I'm 80 if I don't add anything else to it, which seems unlikely. So basically the rules of the game are going to be I set up a random number generator. I'm going to randomly generate a number. I will go to that number on my Goodreads TBR list, and I have to decide immediately if I'm going to start reading it, either get it out of the library or find it on my physical TBR, or if I'm going to delete it off my TBR list in general. If there's a book that I can't immediately get out of my library, I'm going to have, let's say, 3 skips. I think 3 skips sounds good. I would say that I just have to put it on my library hold list, but my library hold list is currently full on brand for me. / the New York Public Library recently went from being able to place 8 holds to being able to place 3 holds at a time. It's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm not. It's fine. Okay. Anyways, so let's just get this game started. Okay, so let's go to the random number generator. The first number is, I said that by the book. The next book is, dun 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 dun. Okay, 1,251. Let's go see what that actually is. Getting there. 251 is Gods and Heroes of Ancient Greece. I like Greek myths, I guess. Do you know what? I think I put this down when I was being a completist and putting on like every classic fairy tale / myth. I should know all of these. I'm gonna delete this one. No more Greek gods and myths. I can read. I'm sure I can find many books that can fill me in on these things. This is by Gustav Schwab specifically. Oh, do you know what? I think this is, the cover isn't the same on Goodreads. So I think this is part of this, I guess, Pantheon fairy tale, folktale series that I started buying these books. These are the only books that I've bought because I loved the cover. And I was for a while being oh, I should have all of these. So I think that's why this is on my Goodreads list. But this is not, it's not the sort of book where you just want to sit down and read it cover to cover. So I don't think it actually has any use on my Goodreads TBR. So I am just going to delete it. Let's do another one. That took too long. Okay, 993. Book 993 is Adelaide Crapsey on the life and work of an American master. She sounds interesting. I have no idea what she did. Okay, so Adelaide Crapsey, what a terrible last name. Adelaide Crapsey was a poet, it sounds like. And this book seems very academic. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this off. I would like to read more poetry, but I do not want to read a academic biography of a poet that I've never heard of before. So, go past me. Okay, 1687. Okay, Duchamp, a biography. Duchamp? I'm assuming that's how you say it. because it's French. Okay, so this is by Calvin Tompkins, who's a New Yorker writer, and profiling Marcel Duchamp. And again, I would like to know more about art, but I have this habit of putting down like really like intense, complete biographies of people that I don't really know a lot about, because I'm like, oh, I want to like know more about this, so let me like choose the least accessible way to get into this field. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete this one also. We're making progress, guys. Okay, 290. Ooh, the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath. I do want to read these. I think there's an internet person that I follow that I forget the name of, but she has a newsletter called like The Black Cardigan or something like that, and she loves Sylvia Plath and like has made a very compelling case for like reading the journals of authors or poets that you're like a real big fan of. So I think I put this on my list after reading one of her missives. I'll link her newsletter down below because I don't know that I got the name quite right. I guess all the same, I don't necessarily want to read that right now, and Sylvia Plath actually isn't my favorite poet. It's like one of these things, I guess I feel like the pandemic has me thinking about mortality, and it's like the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath are probably like, I would guess 700 pages long. I guess I can actually go look this up on Goodreads. Oh yeah, they're 730 pages long. I don't know that I need to know that much about Sylvia Plath. Yeah, okay, it's gone. I'm deleting it. Goodbye. This is the sort of stuff that I have a hard time making a decision on. But I'm never gonna feel like reading that. And like maybe I'll buy it at some point and flip through it every once in a while, but that to me is not like it needs to be on my Goodreads. Like I want these to be books that I can like scroll through when I like am in need of inspiration and tick off, like, you know, readable books, which, yeah, I don't know that a lot of these are, but let's keep going. Okay, the next number is 872. Ooh, Broken Places and Outer Spaces, Finding Creativity in the Unexpected by Nnedi Okorafor. I have Binti on my shelf right now, which I've been meaning to read. I think that this is basically an expanded version of a TED Talk that she gave, and I would be interested in reading it. I think it's very short. It's 100 pages, and I'm also positive that the library doesn't have this, and I don't have this. Do I pass? Should I buy it? I can't start making myself buy books for this challenge because that's like not the point at all. I guess this is going to be one of my skips. I think that when I can physically go to the library again, I think I'll be able to find this relatively easily. So I don't want to delete it off my list because I am interested in getting a hold of a copy. So that's skip number 1, I guess. The next number is 1950. Cool. 1950 is Civilizing American Cities, Writings on City Landscapes by Frederick Law Olmsted. I'm actually really interested in reading this because Olmsted is the guy who like made Central Park. He designed a lot of parks in Boston also, which never get talked about. He designed some, I think he designed my college campus. Like he's like a big deal urban architect, outdoor space architect. I don't know if that's a job description, and maybe if it is, it's just this guy, but I think it could be really interesting in terms of like how we think about nature in an urban setting and like what makes a good park and stuff like that. Maybe that sounds boring. I don't know. I'm also pretty sure that this is not going to be available through my library, but I'm going to go check because if it is, I would really like to read this book. Okay. Okay. New York Public Library does not have Civilizing American Cities. So I think that's my second pass here. I'm not doing a very good job of getting rid of these titles. But, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Let's do another number. Okay, we're at 691. That's gonna take a while to navigate to because Goodreads is trash. Trash. Oh, that's better. Okay, this amount of light. This is what I want. I'm starting to get the feeling that, like, I think when I started this list, I was a little bit more discerning, so the earlier numbers are books that I'm actually more interested in reading. I don't know if this theory is going to hold up. So far, it's trending true. So, Okay. 691 is called Finding Wonders, 3 Girls Who Changed Science. I think I'm probably not interested in this. I am interested in science in general. I am a scientist. I especially care about women in science and like seeing women in science represented well in history and stuff like that. But this is like a children's book. So like maybe a good gift for a child in my life. I don't really have anybody in my life under the age of like 18, so this one's just, we're just deleting it. 227. Oh, 227 is Walden. Walden is one that I feel like I should read because it's like a classic in nature writing. You know, people frequently don't have good things to say about Henry David Thoreau, considering that he, like, by moving into the woods, he, like, moved half a mile from his mom, who, like, did his laundry and shit. So, you know, that's mostly what I think about when I think about this book, but I believe that he's a good writer. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is the book that I'm going to read. In September, I think my TBR Roulette book is going to be Walden. I'm quite excited to like get into a little bit more nonfiction and nature writing again. It's a genre that I really like. And it's been a while. I have not been reading a lot of nonfiction this summer. So cool. Again, sorry, this light is like terrible for me and for you, I'm sure. We'll figure out a better setup next time, but thank you for coming on this adventure with me. I managed to get rid of 3 books off my TBR. All that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!